Welcome back. So today I'm going to do another one of those necessity dinners. I have some things left over that I just need to use up from a prior barbecue, from a dinner the other night. So I have all these like random ingredients and I kept thinking, well, what am I going to do with it? And I came up with a good one. So let's get it. Let's go. Let's hear those pots. Come on. All right, here are all the things I have to use up. I have more corn than that. I have more rice than that. I just stuck it out to show it to you. I also have more sausage than that. I bought that on clearance. Clearly you can see the sticker back there. I have a couple of sweet potatoes, and what's funny is, if you look real close, I write on things when I'm buying them for a budget video. I was gonna do a $1 video at that, but then I decided to do something else. So we got that. We got the chicken sausage. We got the 2 sweet potatoes. I got a few ears of corn left over. I have some rice left over. I have a couple of apples, and I have an onion. For those of you who do not wash your apples, you think they're fine. What I do is I drop them in a little bit of water, and then look, if you take a knife, this isn't all of it, but look. You see that stuff? That's the wax. I'm trying to get where you can see it. That's the wax that they put on your apple to make it shinier. There. I don't know. Anyway, clean it off. That's disgusting. And that's just what I'm showing you. I just dropped mine in a little bit of hot water. Just scrape, scrape, scrape. All right, first thing we're gonna do is start slicing and dicing. I'm gonna start with the easy one, the onion. I'm gonna cut mine into little strips. You could really cut them however you want, but that's how I'm doing mine. So I'm gonna do mine like that. So do your onion, or don't do an onion. If you don't like it, omit it. I think that's enough for the amount I'm using. Let's move on to the sweet potato. Okay, so I peeled my sweet potato. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. I cut them into little ringlets like this. And then we're just gonna put it in our chop box. I'm using my chop box so the sizes are uniform. Boom. Sweet potatoes are harder than regular potatoes, but that's what I'm gonna do to all of the potatoes. If I don't have enough of the sweet potatoes for what I want to do, I will chop up a regular potato. Done. Oh. Okay, that's all chopped up. I'm going to rinse them off. That's all I wasted. And I don't waste that, I save that. All right, for the apples, we're going to cut them. We're going to try and cut them the same size as the potatoes. Trying to decide how I want to do it. Okay. We're going to put that in the chop box as well. Same thing. I'm going to take that core out right there. Put those in the chop up. And put those in a chop box. Same thing. For the apple, as we did for the potatoes. Want the same size. All right, these are already turning brown. Last thing I'm gonna do is, now you can leave them whole or not, I'm gonna chop up my sausage, and then we're gonna move over to the frying pan. Okay, so I don't like the casing that's on sausages. It's kind of room temperature, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna very gently snip these into bite-sized pieces. You could leave them whole if you'd like, and you can leave the casing on if you like. I don't, so I'm not going to. So I'm very gently gonna do this. It'll stay together once it gets in the pan. It's just warm right now. So onward, forward, I'm gonna do that to all of the chicken sausage that I have. It's chicken sausage though. All right, so something like that. Okay, I'm gonna put these in the fridge for a minute while we start on the other stuff so they can kind of like get firmer. Okay, so over medium heat, I have some avocado oil. Use whatever oil you want. Use butter, doesn't matter. Just gonna get that to temp, and we're gonna push the potatoes and the onions in. I think it's getting hot enough. I threw my little tester in there. So we're gonna add the potatoes. And we're gonna add the onions, but I'm just gonna give this 1 minute to start. All right, so we're gonna give these about 5 minutes. The recipe says that to add the onions right now, but I don't wanna do that. I feel like they'll be done way before the potatoes. I'll put them in about halfway. I forgot I had some carrots to use up, so I'm gonna chuck those in there. That's maybe about 1.5 carrots, but it's the little ones. I should say the equivalent of 1.5 carrots. Finally worked through my bags of carrots. We like carrots, so I buy them often, but sometimes we take a break and then we don't. Then we have an abundance of carrot. Oh, look. I thought it was a hair. It's a silk. Look at my finger. Yikes. Tore the skin right off of it. All right. I'll be back in 4 minutes. All right. These are starting to soften, so I want to add my onions. We like onions, and they will cook down. And I'm gonna add some salt. I just have to get it. Gotta add 2 big pinch. That wasn't even a big pinch. I just put what I have in my hand on there. So we want this to sizzle. We don't want it to burn. Okay? Just cook it nice and slow. Add just a little bit more avocado oil in there because it's soaking it up. I'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, so I got, let me turn that down. I put a little bit of oil in the pan, not too much because I'm gonna add the sausage. I just didn't want it to stick right away. We're gonna add the sausage in there. And I got more, I just have to add it in there. And we're just gonna brown this up in this pan. I'll get the rest out. All right, get the sausage in there. I still have more. I think I have too small a pan, but story of my life. Good thing I'm feeding a lot of people tonight. So all I'm gonna do is just brown up the sausage. That's it. All right, this is coming right along. Just until it's browned up, that's all I need. And then we're gonna use the drippings to make like a gravy. All right, so these are done. I'm just gonna brown it up slightly, a little bit, but we're gonna save the pan drippings for later. So I'm gonna move the potatoes back over here. Just gonna let these finish up, some of them, so they can get a little bit of browning like that. Okay. They're just softened. They're not all the way cooked. We're gonna add some of the apples in here. It's just gonna be yummy. This is gonna be hearty, too. We're gonna let that cook for like 5 minutes. And we're coming down the home stretch. You're gonna see little silks in here. I rinsed out my corn and some of the silks were still in the colander. I keep thinking it's a hair. All right, so let's give that like 5. I'll be right back. I took some of the potatoes out because my pan was getting too crowded. I'm going to add some salt, even though I already added some to the potatoes. All right, let's give it a couple more minutes. All right, to this, I'm going to add some cinnamon. For a minute, I thought I had chili powder. This is going to be to taste. You can even add some sugar, but my apples were sweet, and I'm going to add it to these sweet potatoes over here as well. Turn that down. I turned it up good and high to get a sear on them. Oh, that smells good. I hate to say it, but I think I made too much food. That's all right. Leftovers. Or my daughter will take it home. All right. So to the pan, I'm going to add this back in here with the cinnamon all over it. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of chicken broth. I have a little extra there because I might make a gravy. I don't think we're going to need it, but if we want it, we'll have it. All right, we're just going to let that finish cooking. I'm going to add the sausage to it. This is more like a fall dinner, but hey, it's what I had, and that's what we're eating. Boop. Let's get the sausage in the pan. Give me a minute. Okay, I took out some of the sausage. I just felt like it was going to be too much. I could use it in a different recipe. Okay. Now, this is not supposed to be served with a gravy or a sauce. We just like stuff like that. So right here, you could be done. Serve it over rice. Serve it like it is. But I have leftover rice. I have leftover corn that's in there. It's just, I have so much food. All right, I'm gonna move this to the back and we're gonna make a little bit of a gravy. All right, I got some butter in there going to the pan. I'm gonna add a little bit of flour. And we're gonna make a roux. Just give that a minute. It's okay if it's brown, it's okay. Now, I forgot to add garlic powder to my dinner, so we'll go back and add that before we eat. I tasted it though, real quick. It tastes good. All right. That's why I have a plastic spoon. When I sample, I use a plastic spoon. All right. And we're just gonna add some and maybe we use it, maybe we don't. We're just gonna work the lumps out. I added a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion. I'm not going to add salt because that was sausage in there, and we're just gonna let this thicken up. I might add some pepper. And that was chicken bouillon that I used in the water. All right, so let's just let that thicken up. I don't want this super thick. I kind of want it thinner, just so we could drizzle it over our rice. So I'm gonna stop right there. It's gonna thicken while it stands anyway, but, and I tasted it. That's a really good sausage gravy. That is done. It may not be the prettiest looking thing, but it's done. Let's get over to the countertop. And there she is, all done. And there's my plate. I'm gonna meet you at the table.
If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video.
Dinner time! I can't wait to taste. I say it every time. What do you want to start with? You want to start with the main?
Yeah.
I wanted to go for the... Now there's some carrots in there too. There's sausage, onions, apples, sweet potatoes, all of the things. I'm trying to get a little bit of everything. It's going to be a massive bite, you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk after that bite. Look at the size of mine. Ooh.
Trying to get everything.
You ready? Let's go. Mmm.
That's really good.
I don't know how you could talk. It's hot, number one. The sausage and the apple and the onion.
Mm.
This is giving fall to me. Like a fall dinner.
Yeah.
Try the rice. It's just the leftover rice, but I reheated it and I put a little bit of the, I made like a little pan gravy out of the sausage drippings. I don't know if it's gonna be salty or not, but let's go. No, it's good. It's good. I forgot to tell you guys, I added some pepper. I forgot and I added it off camera. All right. Well, let me get everybody else fed and see what they think about dinner. Bye-bye. Dinner's over. How'd we do? Boom! We did not finish. Trey hasn't eaten yet, so he's likely going to eat half of that. So probably, I'd say either half to 3/4 of that will be gone later. But let me turn the camera around and see what the kids thought. And I'm back with my little Nick, Aiden, and me. Eric's upstairs, Tyler's over there. We'll get them in a minute. Aiden, this was different. So what'd you think about tonight's dinner?
It was actually really good. I actually liked it.
You actually liked it? What about you, Nick?
It was amazing.
It was amazing. All right, let me get the other two over here, and I'll give you my thoughts. All right, I'm back with Tyler and Eric. What'd you think, Tyler?
It was really good. I loved it, and you did a very good job.
Good. Eric, what'd you think?
I thought it was amazing. I really liked the way all the flavors of the different things
Yeah.
combined it.
Yeah, it was given fall. It was given fall for me. I liked it. It was really good. It was different. So there you have it. I hope you try it. I hope you like it. Leave me a comment either way. See you later. Bye.